Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday morning to you. I am Dr. Karen Proctor. If this is your first time coming to Coaching with Dr. Karen, let me know, and I do welcome you here. I am a Christian life coach, and here in the Faith Thea app, some of the things that I coach on is leadership coaching, spiritual guidance coaching, and personal development for women. And if you are in need of someone to help guide you, to brainstorm with you, to help get you unstuck out of a rut, that you would step into the right direction, someone to hold your hand, to help you as a solutionist, you are looking at the right person. What you could do, if you need my services, you can inbox me and I will be glad to speak with you, and we can see how we can do life together by way of coaching. And if you are a returning viewer to this channel, thank you for returning to this channel. And as you come in, please let me know where you are viewing me from. And if you have any questions, and if I can answer them, I will be more than happy to answer them. So again, I am Dr. Karen Proctor, and you are tuned into Coaching with Dr. Karen. And over the last few Saturdays, I have been giving points on casting your 2025 vision. And then the next Saturday, I went on to unpacking your 2025 vision. And you can find those videos. If you missed it, you can find those videos on my page. They are still there. And so today I want to talk about the power of SWOT. It's going to tie into your 2025 vision. And before I go any further, I want to introduce a book to you that I have written. It's called Coach Me, Destiny is Calling. Coach Me, Destiny is Calling. You can find this book on Amazon.com. I appreciate your support in purchasing the book. And if you do purchase the book, and when you do purchase the book, please do let me know. I want to give you a personal thank you. And so again, today I'm going to be talking about the power of SWOT. And SWOT is an acronym. It's used to help you to discover positive forces that work together and promote awareness on potential problems. If you are a business owner, if you are a leader on your job, or just for your personal life, SWOT is an analysis that is so useful to help you. It's an assessment technique, and the acronym stands for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. SWOT is normally used in a business for strategic planning and decision making. But what I learned down through the years is that you can use this acronym, this business principle, to strategic plan in your own life. And we are coming up on the new year. And because we're coming on the new year, in previous Saturdays, I have been talking about visions. And so coming up on the new year, you should have a new vision for the new year. And if you don't have a new vision, maybe you are still working your vision from last year and years before. And last Saturday, I talked about that is called what you call a rolling vision. So you can tweak the vision. Go back in there and find things that did not work or you want it to work, and you'll find a better way for it to work. So welcome. Who is this? Taurus. Thank you for joining the broadcast this morning. So we can use this SWOT analysis to help us to tweak our visions. So yeah. And I'm not going to go so deep into this morning like I went deep last Saturday and the Saturday before. I'm not going to go as deep as before. If you need a coaching session and you find what I'm telling you to be interested, you can go ahead and book your session with me. And I want to just give you some tips about SWOT. And also, I'm going to give you an example on how to use the SWOT. Yes, I want to give you those examples. I'm smiling because the example that I'm going to use as a SWOT analysis today is taken from an event that happened less than 25 hours ago on last night. And so the tips that I want to give you concerning SWOT is SWOT the acronym stands for strength and weakness, opportunities and threats. But when we look at strength and weakness, they are internal. So I'm not looking at somebody else's strength or weakness. I am looking at my own strength and weaknesses. So they are directly related to your competitors. So if you have a competitor in the market that you are in, so you need to look at your strength and your weakness as it relates to your competitor. Is there somebody out there doing a business like you? Is there another supervisor, manager, leader, or whatever arena you may be in? Is there somebody else out there that's doing the same thing like you? So as you see that person climb, you're looking at your own strengths and your own weaknesses, because you want to make sure that you are in proper alignment when it comes to your competitors. So you're always looking in at your strength and your weakness. They are directly related to you as it relates to your competitors. So then we think about, we did our strength, our weaknesses. Now we're looking at our opportunities and our threats. Opportunities and threats are external. So in other words, it's things that your competitors are doing. So you look at opportunities that you can find from the outside. You look at what is threatening you from the outside and how you can fix that and build upon your strengths and your weaknesses so that you may tweak your vision. And for those that are just coming on, like I mentioned before, on the previous 2 Saturdays, I talked about casting your vision for 2025, and also the next Saturday, unpacking your 2025 vision. And I thought that the SWOT analysis will be perfect to be tied into the vision. So you want to check your strength, your weaknesses, the opportunities and threats that will be useful to you in your 2025 vision. And I want to give 4 nuggets. Golden nuggets is what I call them. as it pertains to the SWOT: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So I would encourage you to build upon your strengths. That's the first nugget. Maximize your weakness. So as we find out our strength, our weaknesses, and opportunities, then we need to move in action. What do we do with what we know? So again, build on your strength, maximize your weaknesses, seize any opportunities, and eliminate your threats. So those are the 4 golden nuggets that I want to share with you this morning as you are deep diving, looking within, looking at your vision. If you have a rolling vision, the vision that you have been standing and working on for years, now it's a good time to examine your vision with the SWOT analysis. Yes, so those are the 4 points. And I want to just give you an example from my perspective. This is my perspective on a SWOT analysis. I happened to look at a boxing fight on last night. I don't know how many people are into boxing. And if you are, I don't know how many of you had the opportunity to view the fight last night with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Well, I watched it. I have been a boxing fan for a very, very long time. And even though the internet kept, well, not necessarily the internet, whatever you call it, the feed that was, the fight was flowing through. I guess millions and millions of people watched it, and so it kept going out. It kept going out. Who is that? Somebody say they watched it. So maybe you had the same problem that most of us around the world had last night, where it will froze up, then it'll come back on. But I thank God that by the time it came to the real fight, the problem was resolved. And so I want to do this SWOT analysis as an example based on how I feel, my opinion, on the fight last night. And so I want to do it from the perspective of Mike Tyson, Iron Mike. I grew up watching Mike fight, so I've always been a fan of him. Jake Paul, don't know too much about him. He's a young man, so I was able to do the SWOT analysis based on Mike, Iron Mike. I already had something else planned for today, but this morning, what I had planned as an example, I switched it, and now I'm using this fight as an example of a SWOT analysis. And so I want to cover the strengths, the weakness, the opportunities, and the threats for how I saw it with Mike Tyson. And again, a SWOT analysis is very important when you are casting your vision or tweaking your vision. You have to know your strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats if you plan on being successful in whatever it is you're doing. Again, I've already mentioned this. Most of the time, this is used with business, strategic planning. But how many know that you are the CEO of your own life? So you can use this in a personal way as well. So when I looked at it this morning, very briefly, without much time to really break this down. But in a nutshell, when I looked at the strength of Mike Tyson, 58-year-old American boxer, the time span that he boxed, 1985 through present, 2024, known to knock out his opponents in most cases. His strength in last night's fight against Jake Paul was his gift of being a strong fighter, a fast guy, a fast on his feet, fast with his hand, having that knockout punch, which I did not get to see last night, but that's a part of his strength. And he is a legend in his own right. He's a legend in the sport. So if I was Mike Tyson and I was doing a SWOT analysis on my own life, I would look at it in those terms. And so the weaknesses were his opponent, Jake Paul. That was a part of his weakness. And Mike also appeared to have a problem with one of his legs. Did you see that one of his legs was wrapped with a bandage? And then another weakness was age. And why did I say age? Not that I personally feel that way, but to the mass majority of the people believe that he should not have done it because he's nearly a 60-year-old man. So maybe that was a weakness for him. The weakness of going against this guy, Jake Paul, who's also a great fighter just as well, known just like Mike, to knock out his opponent. So Mike was going up against someone that is, I don't want to say this, but just as good as him. So that was Mike's weakness. If I was Mike and I had to do this SWOT analysis on myself, these are some of the things that I would have pointed out. So now let's deal with the external things. We dealt with the internal things, the strength and the weaknesses. So we're going external. Let's deal with the opportunity. That's opportunity that was presented to him. How I see it, this guy is an up-and-coming fighter, Jake Paul. So who better to put him in a higher rank, a greater spotlight, is to find a person that was compatible to him, Mike. So Mike's opportunity was, okay, I already have a winning record. I know that I'm a winner. I win over and over again. So I'm going to say yes to this fight to show people that I am still capable of fighting in spite of my age. Last but not least, the big opportunity was the millions of dollars that he made. Whether Mike knew, I chose to believe, this is my opinion, I chose to believe he felt whether win or lose, this is an opportunity. In fact, he did say the reasons why that he took this opportunity. He took it for his kids. He took it for his legacy. And we always know the bottom line in anything is the money. The bottom line is money. So SWOT analysis is a business strategy. So his business strategy was, let me go and take advantage of this opportunity that is presented to me. So there you have it. And so last but not least, the last external point that I want to mention is threat. Now, if I was Mike again, and if I was doing this SWOT analysis on myself, being a 58-year-old man, I would say the threat was, one of the biggest threats is the 31-year age difference. And then we all know age is but a number, but for argument's sake, we say the 31-year-old age difference. So that was a threat, the age difference between he and his opponent. And another threat was Mike not fighting in years. And I will end it with this. Coming out of retirement for someone, 31-year-old age difference, have not fought in ages, 58 years old, with 6 months to prepare himself, to get himself back into the game, get himself back into the groove. So as some would see it, that posed a threat to Mike. So there you have it. The way that you can do a SWOT analysis on yourself, for your business, your team, where whatever point you are in life, maybe it's your ministry. And just because we are in ministry, some people like to say, when I say we, so that's not everybody here, but for those that are in ministry, some people figure that God called me, I have a gift from the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit has gifted me whatever. It may be the Ephesians 4 and 11 gifts. I don't know what your Holy Spirit gifts are. Maybe you have some gifts of the Spirit, not necessarily the fivefold mantle gifts, but even so, I have a gift, but that does not mean that I don't have to work to perfect my gifts. I may be a leader of a ministry, but that does not mean I don't look at my ministry, have a forecast to see what's going on, what I need to tweak, what I need to do away with, what I need to implement. So a SWOT analysis is a great example for those of you that may be in leadership. And like I said, you may be the leader. You are the leader, shall I say, of your own life. You are the CEO of your life, the chief executive officer. So you may just want to fix yourself for the new year. So you can use this as you are doing your vision for 2025, and as you are casting your vision. Maybe you have already cast your vision. Maybe you have already unpacked some things in your life to do away with, to help your vision. And so now we marry it with the SWOT analysis. So I have about 2 or 3 minutes to answer any questions that you may have. If I can answer, I will do my best. If I cannot answer, I'm going to say, let's put a pin in it. And the next time we meet, or maybe I can inbox you the answer. So thank you so much for tuning in to Coaching with Dr. Karen. So for those that viewed the fight, did you really enjoy the fight last night? I'm here to get to know the people here in the In Faith app, here to help build the community. I'm here to share my gifts, my talents, and my resources. So that's why I'm here on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in between there, I am posting on my page I'm posting in my groups, and I'm also sharing videos. So if we don't have any questions, okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I should have had on my glasses. I think it's Tourette. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. He says, I love your analogy of SWOT. Thank you so much. It's just something that God gave me just as quick as that this morning. And I think that I was able to look at it very quickly this morning because this is a part of what I do as a life coach. I try to make it relevant to today's world. Easy breezy. Like Jesus, he taught in parables where everybody could understand. So thank you so much. Thank you once again for joining Coaching with Dr. Karen here in the In Faith app and also on Facebook. If you have not become a part of my group, I am extending a heartfelt invitation to you this morning. And again, for those that are just coming into the broadcast, here's one of my books, Coach Me, Destiny is Calling. This book is a tool that is used for coaching. You can use it in your personal life. If you don't want to get a life coach, maybe you don't have money, maybe you're too busy, you can use it. I know some people that have used this same book to do workshops on their own. You can support me in this book by going to Amazon.com. My website that I sell my products on need to be tweaked right now, so you can go to Amazon.com and purchase the book. And I thank you in advance. And if and when you purchase the book, do leave me an inbox to let me know that you did purchase. And I will be so happy to give you a great big thank you from the bottom of my heart. So Tourette say, I enjoyed the fight. I think Tyson's view of the fight was just money. Maybe, Tourette's, I wish that we can talk personally. There's some things I chose not to say on this video. But I have a whole nother something that I feel about it. Well, anyway, guys, I don't see no more interaction here. So thank you so much. Thank you for spending this Saturday morning with me. And if the community grow, I'll continue to come back and offer some tips on coaching the way that I coach. You know, everybody is different. So that is my style. I will share with you my style. And if you want to book a session, go ahead and book the session. Have a blessed day. God bless you. And hope to see you all next Saturday. Bye for now.